Introducing your 2011 AAA Blues. Defenseman. Number 2, Patrick Komodowski. Defenseman. Number 7, Hutch Rubis. Forward. Number 9, Tyson Boyer. Defenseman. Number 10, John Peterson. Defenseman. Number 11, Malachi Smith. Defenseman. Number 12, Linus Brooks. Forward. Number 13, Brandon Bauer. Forward. Number 16, Braden Harris. Forward. Number 17, Jackson Giorgio. Defenseman. Number 19, Emerson Minimin. Forward. Number 21, Mason Blanchard. Forward. Number 27, Grant Fugner. Forward. Number 29, Ian Bowers. Goalie. Number 30, Max Stutzer. Goalie. Number 31, Luke Scanapieko. Forward. Number 66, Braden Schneider. Forward. Number 85, Gordon Crowley. Forward. Number 88, Luke Wessel. Forward. Number 91, Jonathan Zilm. Forward. Number 93, Ben Spatansky.
Okay, let's go.
Good evening, Blues fans. We are live back at Centene Community Ice Center on the NHL rink tonight for our matchup against the Omaha Mastery. Blues 1-1 on the weekend so far. They won against Omaha last night 2-1. Went down to Windy City Storm this afternoon, 2-0. Looking for a rebound game here and to come out with some more urgency than they showed earlier today. And we are ready to get this game started with Buchner, Schneider, Harris up front with Brooks and Smith on defense. Blues win the draw. They give it to Malachi Smith. He goes to his partner Brooks. Brooks goes up to Harris. Harris has a roll off of his stick. They're going to take it back in their own zone. It's picked off by Smith at the wall. He gets it up to Schneider. Schneider pushes it in. He levels his man. Buchner comes away with it. Buchner gets it to the front, goes just wide to the far post. Harris battles in the corner. He has Fugner helping him out. Schneider stays high in the slot. Fugner pushes it behind the net. Omaha comes away with it. They're going to throw it hard around the boards. Picked off by Schneider, and it looks like Fugner is going to go to the box for something. Fugner is completely ignoring the ref as he isn't going to say anything back. But he goes to the box. We did not see the call. Blues go on their first penalty kill here at the 15:29 mark of the first period. Blues send out Wessel and Spatansky up front. Defensive pair still Smith and Brooks. Faceoff was won by Omaha. They get a shot on. That's blocked to the corner by Max Stutzer, who started in goal for the Blues. Blues are able to clear it to the neutral zone. Omaha picks it up. They take it back into their own zone. Their pass is off the mark. They have to circle again. They go to the far dot. They do a backhand sauce pass picked off by Rubis. Rubis sauces it back forward to Wessel. Wessel dodges a hit. Kid was aiming for his head with two hands. And they're going to have to retreat back into their zone. Good stick by Spatansky, breaks that up. He pushes it farther in the corner. Wessel goes to help him out. Spatansky backs off as we're on the penalty kill still. Blues get one defenseman changed. And Wessel's going to hassle that man all the way through the zone. He pulls it back in. They bring it in onside. Man blows a tire. Their winger comes to help him out. Malachi Smith picks up the loose pass. He reverses in the corner. He has a stick draped all over him. Omaha comes away with it. Excellent attempt by Malachi to fight off three Omaha players. And shot blocked by Wessel. Rebound goes right back out to the defenseman. Blanchard, who's fresh on the ice, battles for it, gets through, goes all the way to the net, easily sticked aside by Stutzer. And puck comes out. Blanchard chips it around a defenseman. Tyson Boyer goes in heavy on the forecheck. And he wins the battle, gets it, and Tyson Boyer buries it to put the Blues up by a goal here early in the first period, right as the penalty expires. Blues even strength goal by Boyer. Beauty of a goal. Blues make a line change after that goal, or complete their line change. Giorgio, Zilm, Boyer up front. Face-off won by Omaha. Blues take it right back, shove it back deep into the zone. Zilm goes heavy on the forecheck. Omaha goes around the other side. Giorgio's there waiting for it. He battles a man on the board. Zilm pinches in to help him out. Boyer stays high. Third Omaha player gets in. It comes out to Boyer. Boyer taps it to Rubis. Rubis gets around one man and goes right onto Giorgio's stick. He tries taking it towards the front of the net. Good stick check by Zilm. Broke it up. But Omaha takes it right back, and they're going to bring it through the neutral zone. Good stick by Rubis. Breaks up the cross-zone pass. Omaha's pass back to their defenseman goes all the way into their zone, and they're going to have to regroup. Quick seam pass right up the gut. Omaha gets it. They take a long shot, stick to side by Peterson. And then Omaha with the heavy forecheck knocks the puck off his stick. Giorgio goes back to help him out. Giorgio picks up the loose puck behind. He gets it forward to Peterson. And it looks like the Blues are going to go on a power play, I believe.
Let's go, boys!
Blues are going to go to the power play here at 12:55 left in the first period, already leading by a goal. Blues make a change up front. They send out Bugner, Schneider, Harris. Defensive unit will be Komodowski and Miniman. Both teams lined up on the wrong dot, so the ref had to wait for them to join him. We're ready to get this offensive zone face-off dropped. Face-off is won by Omaha. They take it behind their net. They're going to swing around the boards hard. Komodowski unable to hold at the blue line as it hopped on him. Miniman's got a race to get back to beat him to that puck. Omaha comes away with it. Bugner comes back to help him out, knocks it off their stick. Omaha takes it back. They push it forward, and now it goes behind the net. Komodowski goes up the boards for Harris. Harris tips it to Bugner. Bugner's going to skate back as he's got a man draped all over him. Gets around him. He's going to bring it back through the neutral zone. Crosses into Omaha's zone. Takes it to the low bottom of the circle. Goes in front to Schneider. Gets it on net. Good save by the goalie. That puck is now brought back out as Bugner on the back check. Haslam keeps it to the outside. Hit by Komodowski. Separates him from the puck. They go behind the net for Miniman. Miniman, he hits Harris. Harris is going to bring it through the neutral zone. He's got Schneider. Harris gets around him. Blues 2-on-1. Shot by Harris. Hits the goalie's stick, and that's going to go into the netting. Blues make a wholesale line change. They're going to send out the Crowley, Bauer, and Bowers line up front. Defensive unit is going to be Malachi Smith and Linus Brooks. Offensive face-off will be to the right of the Omaha goaltender. Blues lead 1-0 and still on the power play for another 37 seconds. Face-off is won by the Blues. They get out to the point to Malachi Smith. He goes into the corner for Bowers. Bowers goes in front for Bauer, and we get a Blues goal! So 11:52 left here in the first period. Blues get a power play goal. It is Bauer from Bowers and Brooks. Omaha coach wanted to have words with his teammates there, or with his players, excuse me. Crowley ready to take this center ice face off. He wins it. Actually, sorry, Omaha wins it, but Blues pick it off. Bowers grabs it, throws it in deep. Brandon Bauer goes in on the heavy forecheck far side, dislodges the puck for Crowley. Crowley tries to go to the point, hits a skate of an Omaha player, and then Omaha's going to clear it all the way down to the Blues zone. Smith grabs it, starts to go behind the net, reverses, goes up the sideboards for Bauer. He lets it go off the dasher for Crowley, and then it rolls on Linus Brooks. They get it back, take a shot. That goes wide. Between the leg pass from Bauer to Crowley is not caught, and then a big hit. And it looks like the Blues bench door got popped open. And we'll have a neutral zone faceoff. Blues send out the Spatansky line. Wessel and Blanchard on the wings with Peterson and Rubis. Peterson gets absolutely manhandled in the corner. Spatansky slips in, steals the puck, gets it to Wessel. Wessel gets interfered with, and they're going to call that one. Blues going to go right back on the power play as interference is being called. So with 10:56 left in the first period, Blues go back on the power play. Minute 30 for interference. Blues keep the Spatansky, Wessel, Blanchard line out with Rubis and Peterson on defense. Face-off tied up. Comes back to the point to Rubis. Rubis, he's going to go over to his partner, Peterson. Peterson's shot blocked by Omaha's player on a sliding attempt. Back to Rubis, back to Peterson, back to Rubis again. He's going to skate to the top of the circle, give it to Wessel. Wessel goes back over to Rubis. Rubis puts it in front, goes just wide as Blanchard tried to tip it, comes all the way out to Wessel. Wessel sauce pass to Rubis over to Peterson. Quick pass back to Rubis at the top of the point. He goes top close circle to Wessel. Wessel back to Rubis. Rubis back to Wessel. Slap shot one-timer. That goes high. That's going to go all the way around the other side. Rubis unable to hold, as that's going to come out to the neutral zone. Here come the Blues right back in. Rubis is going to bring it right down the middle. His shot blocked, and he tries to go back out to the point. Puck picked up by Spatansky. He sends it to Peterson. Peterson goes to Rubis, top of the circle, near side. He skates it out to the point. He's going to put it in deep, hits off a glove of an Omaha player, goes to the corner for Wessel. Wessel up the sideboards for Blanchard. Blanchard up to the point to Rubis. Rubis puts it off the dasher. He takes the top of the circle over to Peterson. Peterson shot, blocked off the skate of Spatansky, goes into the corner. Peterson picks it up. They're going to send it all the way around and nobody covering the point. That's going to go all the way down for icing. Omaha's announcer doesn't know the rules of hockey very well, and they are disputing the icing of that. But it was clearly icing. Doesn't matter. Anybody would have beat somebody else. Blues send out the Giorgio line at Zilm and Boyer on the wings. Miniman, Komodowski, the defensive pair. Penalty is now expired for Omaha. Long shot from the point by Boyer, held on to by the Omaha goaltender. And we will have another offensive zone face-off from the left of the Omaha goaltender at this point. No change in personnel for the Blues. Couple substitutions for Omaha. Giorgio lines up to take the draw. He wins it back. It's just out of the reach of Komodowski. He beats the man to the puck, though, and holds it in. Boyer goes in on the forecheck. Omaha sends it around far side. Miniman's going to pinch. Omaha comes away with it. Good hold by Giorgio. Hit it out of midair after he tipped it. Omaha's goalie gives it to Boyer behind the net. It bounced off his stick. Zilm helps him out, throws it back in. Giorgio fights behind the net for it with Boyer and two players. Giorgio comes away, centering pass goes right through the legs of Zilm. Komodowski grabs it. He reverses on the boards to Zilm. Zilm down in the, or Boyer down in the corner takes a hit, comes away with the puck anyways. He forwards it behind the net for Giorgio. Giorgio skates it out. He brings it to the blue line. He gets held the whole way, no call, and it is a breakaway and a glove save by Max Sputzer on a breakaway to keep this a 2-goal lead for the Blues. So a broken play in Omaha zone, which was a clear holding call against the Omaha player, causes a breakaway the other way, and Max Stutzer shows he is up for the challenge. Blues send out Bugner, Schneider, Harris up front, Brooks and Smith, the defensive pair. Bugner wins it to Brooks. He goes behind the net for Malachi Smith. Malachi, high off the glass, goes neutral zone. Harris picks it off, and here come the Blues 3-on-2. Gives it to Schneider. Schneider shoots. Schneider just misses. Here comes Omaha back to short side here. Schneider hits him, knocks the puck off his stick. They're going to put it back in deep. Harris goes far side. They're going to bump it up the boards. Good pinch by Smith. Holds it up. Stick check by Harris. He gets it to Schneider. Schneider puts it in deep. They're going to send it far around again. Come all the way up to the point. Brooks puts it back in deep. Intercepted by Omaha. And here they come back out. And Brooks battles for that. Omaha comes away with it. And Blues then steal it right back. Bugner pushes it around his man. It's going to go all the way down. And they're going to reverse as they had Schneider pinching on the other side, waiting for that pass. And here come Omaha through the neutral zone. Their pass out of the way. Blues finish their line change. Bowers has the puck from Smith. He backhands it into the neutral zone. Omaha brings it back in. Big hit by Crowley, knocks their man to the ice. They collided. I don't think either one was really paying attention. And Blues come away with the puck. Crowley pushes it around. He reverse hits the guy that he just leveled earlier and hits him again just for fun, and they're going to push it in deep. Omaha grabs it. They do a long stretch pass far side. Give and go. Offsides by 2 feet, not called. Good stick by Peterson, breaks that up, and he takes a hit but gets the puck to Bowers. Bowers' pass was confused whether for Rubis or Bauer, and their sticks collided and they lost it. Bowers grabbed the loose puck, throws it up forward, puts it in deep. Bowers grabs it far side and sends it right back as the Blues are starting their line change. Good pass by Bowers to Rubis. Rubis hits Spatansky streaking towards the slot. Loose puck right in front, picked up by Blanchard. Shot in goal by Blanchard. So Blanchard fresh on the ice. Watch your own game. Don't worry about us. Terrible call by the official calling that goal off. Wow. That is an awful call off. Wow. Well, back to a 2-goal game. We'll go ahead and turn the goal music off, I guess. That is pretty rough. Face-off won by the Blues. They send it back to Rubis. Rubis' shot hits something in front and is blocked. Omaha comes away with it. They're going to chip it around. They're going to send it all the way down. Peterson in a foot race. Beats his man to it. Reverses off the boards for Blanchard. Blanchard shakes off a hook and sends it behind the net to Peterson. Peterson turns it up. He goes far side for Blanchard, just out of his reach. Omaha's going to have to get on their high horse as the Blues are pressing on the forecheck. They tip it to Spatansky. Spatansky with room. Shot hits it off the goalie's helmet. Call that one off, ref. They're going to throw it back in deep the far side. Wessel picks it up on the sideboards. He reverses to Spatansky. Spatansky has it knocked off of his stick. They're going to send it far behind. Rubis picks it up on the far point. Good hold by him. Sends it back in around the far side. Blanchard's going to be the first man dead. He tips it to Spatansky. Spatansky to Peterson. They put it in, but it hits off an Omaha player. Comes back out to the neutral zone. Rubis gets it from Peterson, and his pass is intercepted. Then the Blues pick it right back up. Omaha puts it back into the Blues corner. Peterson grabs it. He's going to go up the boards. Nobody there for the Blues as Omaha picks it up and they take it back behind the Blues net. They try to go to the slot. Good stick by Peterson breaks that up. Good skate by Wessel breaks up the next centering pass. They're going to go the other way around the far boards. Zilm hits his man, and he's pushing it forward. Spatansky there. Good stick by Wessel breaks up that play, and the Blues can finish their line change. Full 5-man unit now back on the ice for the Blues. That was a fresh, quick change. Komodoski and Miniman come out on defense. Boyer and Giorgio join Zilm. Boyer tips it forward. They're going to call no icing. The ref said no ice. The other ref said icing. And again, same as earlier today, a little bit of ref miscommunication is out of position referees making the wrong calls when the ref was closer. I don't know. I mean, the closer ref called it off, and back ref ended up calling it. So defensive zone face-off to the left of Stutzer is won by Omaha out to the point. Boyer gets knocked down. Long shot, that's tipped on net. Good save by Stutzer there as he had to be looking out. Miniman knocks this man off the puck. Giorgio helps him out. Now 2 Omaha players come in, and they're going to kick it out. They try to go to the top of the circle. Shot, that is saved by Stutzer again, put over the net. Komodoski picks it up. He's going to skate it back behind the net. He takes up the boards, I guess, tries to leave it for Miniman. Miniman tries to clear it out of the zone. He has it gloved down, put right back on net, and here comes another long shot. That's a shin pad block by Giorgio, and Blues finally able to clear after lots of pressure here. Good back check by Boyer, broke up that play. Heads up, Blues got to get back as they have numbers now through the neutral zone. Good play by Komodoski, hits Boyer, and he's got one to beat. Oh, and has it knocked off his stick right at the last minute. They get it back up to the neutral zone. Schneider hits his man off the puck. They go far side with it, and they're just going to put it in deep. Brooks goes behind the net to battle. He hits a man, and he's going to go to the box for a cross check. That is another weak call there, but we'll take whatever. So Brooks goes to the box, 2 minutes for cross checking. Blues are going to send out Spatansky and Wessel up front to kill this penalty. Peterson and Malachi Smith will be the defensive pair. And Blues win the draw. Malachi Smith fans on the exit pass. Then he wins it right back. His pass to Wessel hits off a skate. Wessel intercepts his pass. And here they come through the neutral zone, 2-on-2. Spatansky gets it from Wessel. Spatansky, smart shot for the pad pass. Unfortunately, Omaha comes away with it, and they bring it back to the neutral zone. Good step up by Malachi Smith with the stick, takes that away. Wessel flips it high in the air. It gets around the defenseman. Spatansky pulls up. He's going to hold it down in the corner here. He's going to battle three players and burn some time on this penalty kill. Wessel comes in to help him out, and all 5 of the Omaha players are in the corner here battling for this puck, and they still can't get it away from Spatansky. Finally, all 5 of Omaha's players could dislodge that puck from Spatansky, and they finally are able to get their power play situated here. They're bringing it through the neutral zone. Pass up is just thrown into the zone, and Peterson picks it up. He reverses to Boyer, far side. Boyer's going to take it back in deep to Peterson. Peterson behind the net to Rubis. Rubis, he's going to flip it up high and out. That's going to go all the way down for icing. Blues make a change on defense. They've got Komodowski and Rubis out now. Boyer and Blanchard are the offensive killers. Face-off won by Omaha. Long shot is thrown back to the Blues zone, and Komodowski's clearing attempt hits the netting over the glass. So we will have another defensive zone face-off, this time to the left of Max Stutzer. Face-off is won by the Blues. They push it right between the Omaha defense all the way out to the neutral zone. Omaha skates it. They do a drop pass right in front of their crease. Then they clear it through the neutral zone. Blues now back at full strength. The puck goes all the way down to the Blues zone. Komodowski picks it up. He hits Boyer. Boyer, quick one-touch pass to Blanchard. Blanchard brings it in. He cuts across the slot, takes a shot. That goes just wide. Brooks is there. He battles for it. Omaha comes away with it. It squirts to Komodowski. He sends it to Rubis. Rubis, he's going to dump it in and go for a change. Here comes Omaha back through the neutral zone. Their pass forward kicks off their own skate. Komodowski picks it up. He's going to skate it through the zone. He leads it forward for Bowers. Bowers has it. He gives it back to Komodowski behind the net. Komodowski gets it in front. Bauer tries to get the shot off. It gets blocked off a stick of somebody, and then Omaha clears all the way down. Crowley covering back will pick that up, take it. He reverses up the boards for Komodowski. Komodowski behind the net tries to hit Miniman, bounces on him. Crowley picks it up in the corner, back up the sideboards. Bauer's there. He gets his stick held up, but Miniman comes away with the puck, and it rolls to Komodowski. He sends it back to his partner, Miniman. Miniman flips it far side, trying to hit Bowers. Bowers tips it farther in. Crowley comes for it in the corner on a forecheck. They send it around hard, pinched by Miniman, holds it deep in the corner. Crowley takes the hit, pushes it forward for Bauer. Bauer takes the hit and wins the battle for the puck. Omaha pushes it to the slot. Bowers grabs it. He takes a shot by Crowley as he makes a spin attempt at it. And Blues look like they're going back on the power play. So Blues go back to the power play with 25.8 seconds left here in the first period, leading by 2. They send out Giorgio, Zilm, and Boyer up front. Smith and Brooks will be the defensive pair. Face-off won by Omaha. Boyer battles for it in the corner. Puck comes out. Zilm knocks it off a player's stick. Good pinch by Brooks, gets it back to Zilm. Zilm goes behind the net for Boyer. Boyer to Giorgio, has it bounce on his stick, can't get the one-timer off. Omaha brings it back to the neutral zone. Brooks picks it up in the Blues zone as they dump it in. Brooks goes far side for Zilm. Zilm brings it in with 4 seconds left, drops it for Giorgio. Giorgio makes a move, He shoots and that deflects off something, and that's going to go out of play. So after one, Blues 2, Omaha 0. Blues will start the second period with 1:05 remaining on their power play. And we'll be back for the second period here shortly. And we are ready to get the second period underway. 16 minutes on the clock. 2 on the Blues side for scores, 0 for Omaha. 1:05 left on the minor penalty to number 96. Blues have Giorgio, Zilm, Boyer up front. Smith and Brooks will be the defensive pair. And Giorgio is ready to take this draw. He wins it back to Brooks. Brooks skates the blue line with it. He's going to drop it for Malachi Smith. Malachi Smith reverses. He reverses again. He's got a man heavy on him. His pass across deflects right in front of Stutzer. Brooks picks it up, takes it behind the net. Blues looking to get set up here. And Giorgio picks it up behind the net. He's going to skate it up the near side wall here. He passes it forward to Zilm. Zilm brings it into Omaha territory, gets it in deep. He takes it behind the net. He goes out top of the point for Brooks. He fans on the shot, and it is a 2-on-1. Now a semi-break shot. Goal. So just like that, Omaha, with a short-handed goal, gets this game back to 2-1 as shot was not connected on in the Omaha zone and causes a turnover and breakaway goal for Omaha. Blues win the draw. Harris grabs it. He takes it back in. The referees, again, are in disagreement, and the referee out of place calls an offside. Unfortunately, it was the right call. But Bugner lines up for this draw. He pushes it forward. Harris is going to go on the forecheck in the corner. Schneider goes behind the net far side, waiting for a pass. Harris grabs it. He's going to skate it out to the corner. He sends it out to Rubis. Rubis to his partner Peterson. Peterson back to Rubis. Rubis goes to Harris. Harris down into the corner for Schneider. Schneider, he goes to Harris. Harris takes it in deep. He has it roll on him. He's going to battle behind. He gets it back. Fugner has it. Fugner there with it. Harris, he's still battling. He gets knocked down. Schneider comes away with it. He tries to put to the front. It hits the back of the net and squirts out the far side. Pass goes far side. Too heavy, too high for Omaha's winger to catch. So Rubis picks it up. Rubis goes far side for Harris, and it's out of his reach. And that is a bad icing call as the Omaha player lifted his stick and could have grabbed that puck. So defensive zone face-off will come to the right of Stutzer. They send out Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel up front. Komodowski and Miniman will be the defensive pair. Face-off is won by Omaha. They go back to their point. Long shot, stick to side by Blanchard at the point. Wessel, he tries to clear around a defenseman. It rolls off of his stick, and Omaha now controls behind the Blues net. Good stick by Miniman, breaks up their exit attempt. Blanchard grabs the loose puck, goes behind the net to Komodowski. Komodowski goes far side for Miniman. That's going to go all the way down, and we will have another icing. No change in personnel for the Blues. 14:05 left here in the second period. 2-1 lead for the Blues. Face-off is won by the Blues, and nobody goes behind the net to get it. So Omaha passes it through the slot, and that puck is picked off by Wessel. Wessel brings it in. He skates towards the middle. He has it knocked. He drops it back to Miniman. Miniman's shot blocked off the stick of an Omaha player. Then he catches the clearing attempt, holds it in. Wessel forecheck stick, checks his guy, takes it, gives it to Blanchard. Blanchard circles in the corner. He goes out to the point to Miniman. Miniman far side to Komodowski. Komodowski's shot deflects into the far corner here. Blanchard picks it up. He puts it behind the net for Wessel. Wessel, he skates into the sideboards. He reverses, and nobody there except an Omaha player, as Omaha now brings it back to the neutral zone 2-on-2. They chip it forward. Komodowski picks it off. He goes down, gets the puck to Blanchard. Blanchard hits Wessel on a quick pass, and now you have Wessel and Spatansky. Puck shot, that's wide of the net. Goalie knocked the net off again, and the goalie has intentionally knocked the net off now twice this game, and it is really obvious what he's doing. There was nobody anywhere near him, and he used his pad to kick it off the far post as the Blues were shooting. Crowley, Bowers up front. Smith and Brooks will be the defensive pair. Omaha wins that draw. They take it behind their net. They go far side. It hits off a stick. It's going to bounce out to Brooks, and Bowers was picking up his stick as it got knocked out of his hand and was offsides. Center ice face-off after that offsides. Crowley takes it. He wins it back to Brooks. It goes over his stick all the way down into the far corner. He retrieves it, gives it to Smith. Smith up the sideboards for Bauer. Bauer, a little give-and-go pass for Crowley. Crowley to Bowers. And the pass back to Crowley just off the mark, but he gets the puck out of the corner, sends it to Brooks. Brooks shot, pass to Crowley, hits the side of the net. Bowers battles behind the net for it. He goes far side to Malachi Smith at the point. His shot hits the skate. Smith, from his knees, maintains the puck, gives it to Bowers. Bowers has a stick checked off of his stick. Bauer comes back, grabs the loose puck. He sends it back forward and then gets his own rebound. Crowley, he's going to throw it in deep, and the Blues are going to start a line change, and they better hurry as Omaha's already gotten to the puck. Blues send out the Giorgio, Zilm, and Boyer line up front. Rubis and Peterson, the defensive pair. Omaha tries to go behind the net. Giorgio picks it off. He goes out to the point to Peterson. Peterson puts it back in deep for Boyer. Boyer rolls it back up the sideboards for Giorgio. Giorgio chips it around a man to Zilm. It goes behind the net. Omaha comes away with it. Pinch is done by Rubis. He gloves down the exit attempt, sends a shot towards the net, deflects off an Omaha player, goes just wide. Omaha then turns and just slap shots it out to the neutral zone, hits off Rubis' stick, goes all the way down. And Rubis now gets hit behind the net, and good help by Peterson breaks that up. Rubis comes away with the loose puck. He chips it up to Zilm. Zilm and Peterson's going to go to the box for, looks like, slashing. So interference by Peterson. Sorry, I thought it was a slash. Blues send out Spatansky and Wessel up front. Miniman and Komodoski are the defensive killers. 11:23 left here in the second period. Peterson in the box for a minor penalty for interference. And face-off won by Spatansky. It goes behind the net to Komodoski. Komodoski's clearing attempt hits a stick of a Omaha players and goes into the netting over the glass. Defensive zone face-off to the right of Stutzer. Spatansky lines up to take it. It is won by Omaha. It goes out to the point. They put it into the Blues near side corner here, tip it behind the net for their player behind the net, back out to the sideboards here on the near side. They put it off the boards, picked off by Wessel. He has it knocked off of his stick, and finally they're able to get to the point. Good block by Wessel, breaks up the pass. Him and Spatansky collide at center ice, and now there's a battle on the sideboards. Spatansky, Wessel, and 3 Omaha players. They're going to push it back deep into their own zone. They take it behind the net. Spatansky out in front, keeps them honest. Omaha has a player creeping behind the Blues D. They're going to pass it short side. Wessel gets in his way. It goes through. Spatansky lost his glove. He plays on, and they take it to the sideboards. Pass is dropped for the man at the point, goes to the corner. It's thrown far side. They throw it out to the point, and they're able to hold. They bring it back in. Comes out to the point, goes to the top of the circle. Shot, that's deflected by Spatansky out far, and Omaha grabs it behind their own net. Miniman hits it with his skate, keeps it behind the net as they tried to center it. Omaha comes away with it. They go out to the point, and good interception by Komodoski as a whistle for something. And it looks like Blues are getting another penalty. So Wessel goes to the box now. Wow, that's the second time I've seen elbowing called in 3 years, and both times was today. That's crazy. So Blues will be shorthanded 5-on-3 for 2 seconds. Peterson will come out of the box, and then another minute 28 of power play time for Omaha as Wessel goes to the box. Boyer's going to line up to take it. He's on the ice with Brooks and Smith as the defensive pair. Face-off is won by Omaha out to the zone. And long shot, that's tipped aside. Peterson to the bench, Blanchard on the ice. And they take it down low to the sideboards. They go to the far point. Their pass to the corner is picked off by, well, at least tipped by Blanchard, not picked off. Malachi Smith picks it off. It hits a seam, stops there. Then he hits the referee with the puck. Now they're finally able to get to the point. Oh, they deflect it towards the net, and Stutzer reaches in and grabs it. Omaha player throwing punches. That's an automatic toss. But they won't call that. They're going to call something on Brooks. Brooks just got a minor penalty for getting punched in the head. Again, Omaha announcers showing their ineptitude for hockey right next to us here.
Whoa.
They will have 5-on-4 continuing as coincidental penalties. Blues send out Blanchard and Boyer up front. Defensive unit will be Rubis and Peterson, and he is asking for ref's assistance. Refs are now having a discussion. So they have given Omaha's player a 2 and 10, so they'll send another player to the box, it looks like. Omaha's coach not happy with that determination, but you definitely cannot punch people in the head in youth hockey. That is actually a rule. It is in the USA handbook. It's a new one that is just came out in the last 50 years, but it is a penalty and it is a head contact. Oh, did Omaha's coach talk him out of it? And he did not. So here comes their other player to the box. Omaha's announcers don't understand this one either. Yep. Yeah, you can't punch people in the head. Their fans seem to think that's okay. But he clearly punched a player in the head multiple times. And Brooks had every right to be upset with that. So we go to 5-on-4 hockey for another 58 seconds. And then one of their players is going to spend the next 10 minutes in the box. Omaha wins it. They send it out to the sideboards. Good stick by Boyer, breaks that up. They tip it forward. It's in Boyer's skates. He didn't know it was there. And Omaha's going to have to regroup on their power play here in their own zone. It goes all the way down. Blanchard on the forecheck pushed him to the outside. They're going to bring it all the way down into the blue zone, into the corner. Rubis all over him. And they're going to get it out to the point. Long shot. That goes a mile wide. Boyer's going to race for it on the point. And Omaha comes away with it. They send it back up the sideboards. Boyer picks it off. Oh, his tip around the defense is not successful as Omaha holds at the line. They go deep in the blue zone behind the net. Pass to the front is picked off. They get it to Blanchard, and it is a 3-on-1 for the Blues as Blanchard brings it in. He's got Rubis, hits Rubis, shot on. Great save by Omaha's goaltender. And somebody gets a penalty. I think it is Omaha. Did it again in front of a net. I don't think they know that you can't punch people. You just can't do that. You can push them out. Let's see what they call this time. They call a cross-check on that one. Again, their announcers. Now, these guys are cracking me up next to me. So Blues now at 4-on-4 send out Buechner and Harris up front. And we will have Miniman and Komodoski on defense. Blues will get a man out of the box in 4 seconds. Wessel comes out of the box. Depending on how play looks, he'll either stay out with this line as they're coming out of the zone, or he'll retreat to the bench. We'll see when it happens, but it's going to be in about 4 seconds here. Buechner lines up to take the draw. Harris with him up front. Face-off is won by Omaha. They send it behind the Blues net. They miss the pass. Harris picks it off. He's going to take it. He goes out to the point to Miniman. Miniman sends it back to Harris. Harris goes back to Miniman. Miniman goes to Komodoski, far wall. He goes behind the net for Schneider. Schneider sends it behind the net for Harris. Harris out to the point to Miniman. He can't control it. That's going to go all the way down as it bounced on him. Miniman backhand pass cross ice for Komodoski. Komodoski hits Harris, and here comes Harris to the neutral zone. He's going to bring it in. He's got Schneider breaking towards the net, and he's going to send it out to the point to Miniman. Miniman skates the line, back to Harris. Harris to Schneider. Schneider out to Miniman. Miniman, far side. Nope, he's going to skate it. Back to Harris. Harris has it on the side to Schneider. Schneider back to Harris. Harris, far side for Komodoski. Back to Miniman. Shot. Deflects to Harris. Harris to Komodoski, and Blues goal. So Blues power play goal with 7:23 left here in the second period. Go up by 2 as good passing. And I believe that was Harris who got that. Harris. Komodoski scores the goal. pass from Harris. Sorry. I don't know. I looked at it and then I forgot. But Blues goal. Blues send out a fresh unit. They have Crowley, Bauer, and Bowers up front, and Smith and Brooks, the defensive pair. Omaha won the draw. They bring it in across the Blues line. Crowley hits him off the puck, knocks it to Smith. Smith goes hard around the boards for Bauer. Bauer has to contend with the referee and a player, and it bounces right out to the middle of the circle, and Omaha grabs it and throws it behind the Blues net. Ian Bowers grabs it. He's going to push it up the sideboards. He battles a man. Crowley comes in to help him out. Puck squirts loose behind them. Omaha comes away with it. They're going to skate it out towards the point. They take a shot. That hits the stick of Bowers. Loose puck in front. Original save by Stutzer. Another save by Stutzer. They get it out to the point and put it back in deep. They go to the top of the circle. Stick down by Crowley. Blues defenseman tips it forward for Bauer, and Bauer turns as he gets hit. Omaha takes it away, and then they're going to turn and throw it in deep. Omaha goes for a line change. Blues start a line change. Bauer gets it on a long stretch pass from Brooks, and now the Blues are going to go finish their line change. Omaha reverses behind their own net. They send it up the sideboards. They're going to skate it into the neutral zone. They're going to throw it in deep. That's going to go behind the Blues net. Peterson, first man to the puck, goes hard around the boards. Zilm blocks the entry pass, and then Giorgio has it knocked off of his stick. Omaha player fanned on it. Backhand pass to nobody. Goes well wide. They put it behind the Blues net. Peterson sends it forward to Boyer. Boyer kicks it forward, and now Zilm and Boyer have a 2-on-1 as Boyer gets it to Zilm. Couldn't get a stick on it. Gets it to Giorgio in front as he was the trailing man. He gets a shot. Good save by Omaha's goalie there. Loose puck comes out to the boards, or to the point to Rubis. Rubis to Peterson. Peterson to Boyer. Boyer shot, glove save by the Omaha goaltender. And that will be a whistle. And Blues will have an offensive zone face-off with 5:30 left here in the second period to the left of Omaha's goaltender. Blues send out a fresh five-man unit. They have Spatansky, Blanchard, and Wessel up front. Miniman and Komodowski will be the defensive pair. Spatansky lines up to take it. It is won by the Blues. Miniman pinches in, puts it in deep. Blanchard goes in on the forecheck. He causes a disruption in the play. Omaha comes back away with it anyways. They go up the sideboards. Komodowski pinches on the far boards. He holds it there. He battles two players. Omaha comes away with it. Spatansky strips it off his stick. Komodowski just got absolutely leveled behind. And Komodowski's down. I didn't see what happened, but it sounded like stick on equipment. And I didn't see what they called, but something was called. So Blues go back on the power play with 5:08 left here in the second period. They send out the rest of the Spatansky line. They have Spatansky, Blanchard, and Wessel up front. And then defensively, they have Malachi Smith and Brooks. Offensive zone faceoff comes to the right of Omaha's goaltender. Spatansky lines up to take it. He wins it to the corner. Wessel has it knocked off his stick. Omaha goes hard behind the boards. Malachi Smith pinches in, and Wessel's going to go to the box for interference. That's a makeup call of some sort. So Wessel back to the box with 5:01. So we will have some 4-on-4 hockey for 1:24, and then Omaha will have a 6-second power play. Spatansky, Blanchard are going to stay up front. Smith and Brooks will be the defensive unit. Face-off is won by the Blues. Smith has it. He goes to Blanchard. Blanchard blows it, or I'm sorry, that's Spatansky blows a tire. He passes it forward and is able to get it deep into the zone as Omaha comes away with it. Omaha goes far side. Brooks hits his man and heads up. Omaha one-on-one back into the blue zone. Good stick by Malachi Smith, breaks that up. Omaha takes it right back, and he takes a shot. Pad saved by Stutzer, held on to, and he's going to go ahead and take the whistle. So we'll have a defensive zone face-off, this time to the left of Stutzer. Blues send out Fugner and Harris up front, and Smith and Brooks will continue on defense. Face-off won by Omaha. Quick shot and a goal by Omaha. So 4-on-4 goal is scored by Omaha with 4:32 left here in the second period. Doesn't matter. So neutral zone face-off now, or center ice face-off, excuse me, won by Omaha. Bear with me, I got to mute for just a second to explain this to Danny. Hold on. Fugner wins that puck. He sends it up to Harris. Harris brings it into the Omaha zone. He takes it behind the net. He tries to wrap it around. He gets tripped, and Blues are going right back to the power play as Harris with speed goes around behind the net, and he gets hooked down. The Blues will have a 19-second 4-on-3. Then it goes back to 4-on-4. Then eventually 5-on-5. Fugner wins the draw back to Rubis. Rubis skates the line, gives it to Peterson. Peterson back to Rubis. Rubis to Harris. Harris to Peterson. Peterson shot on. Great save by the Omaha goaltender. Keeps that puck out of the net in this one-goal game. So Blues will have a defensive zone or offensive zone face-off to the right of the goaltender. Blues win the draw. Harris takes it behind the net. He reverses in the corner. He goes out to the point to Peterson. Peterson far side for Rubis. Rubis to Peterson again. Peterson shot. That goes just wide. Harris picks it up behind the net. He gets it knocked off of his stick. He reverses with it, though. Sends it out to the point. It goes to Peterson. Peterson to Harris. Harris shot. That goes wide, and that's going to come all the way out. Rubis going to have to get on it quick and get back as the Blues are now on a 5-on-4 power play. Rubis goes forward to Schneider. Schneider brings it in deep. He reverses on the sideboards to Fugner. Gets it back from Fugner. He circles. He sends it out to the point to Peterson. Peterson back to Schneider. He gets it to the behind the net. Looks to the corner. Oh, tries to go in front just out of the reach of Fugner. And Omaha grabs it, and they're going to send it all the way back down. Rubis picks it up in the blue zone. And he's going to skate it through the neutral zone. Goes far side for Blanchard, and Rubis finally gets it in. He gives it to Schneider. Schneider shot. That puck goes just high. Rubis picks it up far side here. Rubis skates the line with it. 8 seconds left in the power play. Back to Crowley. Crowley to Rubis. Rubis to Miniman. Miniman down low. Tries to get to Schneider. That's picked off. Late man on, shot, that's blocked, comes back out to the neutral zone, and Rubis picks it up, and he's going to skate it back to Miniman. Miniman goes to Crowley, Crowley to Schneider, and here come the Blues in. He's going to put it in deep and go chase it. He takes it behind the net, reverses for Crowley. Crowley has it knocked off of his stick, and they're going to reverse behind the opposite way. Schneider's going to race over the boards and grab that. He puts it back in deep, hits a skate, and they're going to throw it right back out, and that goes back into the blue zone. Miniman circles in front of Stutzer, goes up the boards for Blanchard. Blanchard tips it for Boyer. Boyer tips it for Crowley. Crowley drop pass for Boyer. That's on. Pad save, dropped in front, sent back out, and then Omaha's going to throw it all the way down for icing. So 1:37 left here in the second period. Blues lead 3-2. Boyer, Giorgio, and Zilm will be up front. Malachi Smith and Brooks will be the defensive unit. Giorgio lines up to take this draw to the right of the Omaha goaltender. It is won by Omaha to the corner. They go up the boards. It's right to Brooks. Brooks skates the line, takes a long shot, hits off of Giorgio, and goes right to Zilm, who buries it into the open net. Who is it, Boyer? Oh, Boyer got it. So Boyer, off of the rear end of Giorgio, puts it in the net. So Blues back to a 2-goal lead with 1:29 left here in the second period. Well-designed deflection off of Jackson Giorgio's butt, right to Boyer, and he buries it. Put the Blues back up by 2. Face-off is tied up. And Omaha comes away with it in their own zone. They go up the sideboards. They send it all the way down. That should be icing, and it is. So we will have a offensive zone face-off to the left of Omaha's goaltender. No change in personnel for the Blues. Giorgio lines up to take it. And the timekeeper has a question for the referee.
to 9. Player. No, 17.
And I think they're saying that the player with the misconduct came out of the box too early, maybe? And that is, it looks like what happened. So Omaha's player goes. Omaha coaching staff not thrilled with having to send their player back to the box, letting the ref hear about it a little bit. And we are ready to get this game started again. Giorgio lines up for the draw. He wins it back to Brooks. Brooks skates the line. He goes to his partner Smith. Smith's shot. That deflects just wide off of Boyer. And it is now battled for behind the net. Boyer comes away with it. He goes out to the point to Smith. Smith, another shot, tipped just wide. Zilm's going to pick this one up behind the net. He puts it in front for Boyer. Boyer tries to go for his second of the shift, gets it to Malachi Smith, deflects back into the corner for Boyer. Boyer battles a couple players. He gives it to Zilm. Zilm goes down. It's going to be sent far side, comes out of the blue zone, or the Omaha zone. Blues grab it back. They give it to Giorgio. He crosses in. He takes it in deep. Down to the bottom of the circle. Shot. That gets on net. Glove saved by Omaha's goalie. Boyer comes away with it. His pass almost picked off, and Blues just have to tap it back towards Omaha. Good back check by Boyer. Breaks that play up. They send it forward to Zilm with 24 seconds left. Zilm, his shot goes wide. Brooks chips in, pinches in far side. He sends it back around. Giorgio there. He grabs it. He tries to go out to the point, hits something, and stops in the corner. Boyer finishes his check, and Boyer's going to go to the box. So Boyer goes to the box for a roughing penalty here with 7.4 seconds left in the second period. And Blues will send out Spatansky and Wessel up front, Rubis and Peterson, the defensive pair. And I think Omaha is considering pulling their goalie with 7.4 seconds left here in the second period. I think they are. Wow. Omaha has pulled their goalie with 7.4 seconds left here in the second period, as I guess they're very confident they're going to win this draw. If the Blues win it, whoever has it, they're going to throw it towards the net. That is a interesting call. And Omaha does win it, but it squirts past and comes a neutral zone. And that's going to do it for the second period. Your Blues lead 4-2. And we'll be back for the third period here shortly. And here we are starting the third period. Blues are starting shorthanded with Boyer in the box. Spatansky and Wessel up front with Rubis and Peterson on defense. Good forecheck breaks up the initial attempt to get into the Blues zone. They finally are able to do so. And heavy presence by the Blues causes them to turn it over again. Rubis takes it. He throws it all the way down. That is going to go just far enough for icing, and it's a good thing because they stopped skating. Blues make a line change. They send out Blanchard and Crowley up front. Defensive pair will continue to be Rubis and Peterson. Crowley loses that draw, comes out to the point. They're going to go far side to the circle. Long shot. That goes wide of the net, comes all the way out to the far point. Crowley heavy on the pressure there. It's going to go behind the net, and Peterson tries to send it up off the glass. Great play by Crowley, gets it out to the neutral zone, and they're going to have to regroup in their own zone. They go far side, and they're going to bring it in back 3-on-2. They chip around, and good stick by Peterson, breaks it up, but the loose puck is picked up by, that is offsides, and they get it. That puck came out literally by an inch or two. That was close. But they caught it, so it's offsides. Blues send out Blanchard, and Crowley will continue up front. Brooks and Miniman will be the defensive pairing here. Face-off is won by Omaha. Good stick by Crowley, breaks it up. He sends it in on net. That's stick to the corner by Omaha. They're going to drop it for their defenseman behind the net. They're going to bring it out far side. Their pass off the mark. That goes all the way down, but too much snow for icing as Miniman has to retrieve it. And two Omaha players meet him there as they have 5 seconds left in this power play. Omaha sends out to the point. Sticked aside by Blanchard. Blanchard kicks it forward, hits a pile of snow, stops there, and Omaha regains control. They're going to cross the red line. They throw it in deep. Brooks grabs it behind the net, and he shakes off a hit. He goes to Miniman. Miniman chips it forward to Boyer, fresh out of the box, and here comes Boyer to the outside. Shot and goal by Boyer! Boyer buries it under the pad, far side against Omaha's goalie to put the Blues up by 3. What a great effort by Boyer, fresh out of the box to beat the defenseman to the outside. And he takes a laser of a shot, low far post, and gets right under the pad, putting the Blues up by 3. So he made up for his penalty with his second goal of the game. That's his third. That's a hat trick for Boyer. I don't see a single hat on the ice. Boyer stays on the ice. He is now centering Bowers and Bauer. Miniman gets the puck from his partner. His pass picked off, and they go to bring it in, and that's going to be offsides against Omaha.
They don't give them back. They have to keep them.
So on Boyer's hat trick, Blues lead 5-2 with 14:05 left here in the third period. And Boyer stays out with Bowers and Bauer. Brooks and Miniman, the defensive unit here. Face-off is won by the Blues. Bowers turns, gets it to Boyer. Boyer has it knocked off of his stick. Bowers grabs it. He goes back into the Blues zone to Miniman. Miniman hits Boyer. Boyer crosses the red line, crosses into their zone. He puts it in far side for Bowers. Bowers tries to get it to Bauer. Omaha grabs it. They send it out. Goes to the point. Miniman's shot blocked in front. Here comes Omaha back in the neutral zone. But all the Blues players are back. They're going to take it to the far side. They drop it to the top of the circle. And somebody's going to the box. I think it's a Blues player. Nope, it is an Omaha player. So Blues going back. Blues going back on the power play here with 13:37 left in the third and a 3-goal lead. Blues send out Fugner, Schneider, Harris up front. Peterson and Malachi Smith will be the defensive unit. Face-off one back to Smith. He goes to the sideboards to Harris. Harris back to Smith. Back to Harris. Harris to Schneider. Schneider back to Harris. Harris point to Smith. Smith over to Peterson. Peterson down low for Schneider. Schneider puts it over to Harris. Harris turns around, sends it out to the point. Smith shoots it. That's on net and held on to by the Omaha goaltender as Blues had a couple good looks there. Face off, one back to Smith again. He goes to Harris on the sideboards, back to Smith, back to Harris. He's top of the circle. He reverses, goes into the corner for Schneider, back to Harris. Out to Smith. Smith, quick pass back to Harris. Harris to Fugner. Fugner's shot. That's loose. Schneider grabs it, goes to the corner to Harris. Harris out to the point to Peterson. Peterson back to Smith. Smith to Fugner. Fugner shoots. Save. Schneider's there. Loose puck in front, and the net gets dislodged. And we get a stoppage in play. So a lot of good movement, a couple really good opportunities there as Blues had a couple really good opportunities there. They're going to switch defense. They send out Brooks and Rubis. Fugner. And they're now going to bring it out to the neutral zone, I guess, for some reason. And Fugner and Schneider with Harris will stay. Face off, won by the Blues. Harris brings it in. He gets it across. He goes, tries to go to Schneider, hits a skate. He picks up his own loose puck, sends it out to Rubis. Rubis has it bounce on him. Fugner sends it to Harris. Harris takes it deep into the corner. He reverses. He goes out to Rubis. Rubis back to Harris on the sideboards. He hits Fugner, drops out to Brooks. Brooks takes a shot, comes around the backside all the way out to Harris. Harris sends it to Rubis. Rubis to Brooks. And Rubis tries to go down low for Schneider. There's a Omaha player there. Comes back out to Brooks. Brooks shot. That is, hits the crotch of a Omaha player. Comes out to Rubis. Rubis shoots. That goes high over the glass and into the netting. So Blues will have an offensive zone face-off. We're now back to 5-on-5. This one will be to the left of Omaha's goaltender. And we will have Giorgio, Boyer, and Zilm up front with Peterson and Miniman. Peterson gets it off the face-off. He takes a shot. That's blocker to the corner. And then Omaha is able to clear it. They're going to say that Peterson could have played it. That goes all the way down, no icing. They reverse to their own player. Giorgio comes in, steals the puck. He's going to skate up the sideboards, tries to get it up forward, and goes to the point. That puck is chipped in front, and that is in the net. Wow. Close ref says no goal. Ref out in the neutral zone says goal, and it's going to be a goal.
You didn't call it.
So that will be a goal. This Omaha announcer might be the most obnoxious human being I've ever seen. He is pointing to the goal like a referee, and he is absolutely has no idea what he's talking about most of the time, and he will not be quiet.
What are you talking about? Call off our shit.
Apparently they don't understand what hockey is in Omaha, and they want to keep talking smack. I think we have had more people in the box than they have tonight, but they think there's something fishy with the officiating. Anybody who comes to St. Louis and thinks we get hometown treatment is obviously not great with hockey. Face-off is won by the Blues. They put it in deep. Omaha grabs it on the sideboards. Boyer hits his man. Their exit pass is off the mark. Miniman picks it up, gets it to Giorgio. Giorgio brings it in the zone. He's got Boyer in front. Shot, loose puck in front. Zilm grabs it, reverses. Giorgio there for it. Loose puck is picked up by Omaha. Miniman holds the line, sends it back to Giorgio. Giorgio gets knocked off the puck by two men. Zilm hits his man, holds it there. Boyer pinches in to help. And now it is 3-on-3. Miniman gets it. He sends it to the net, and that is right into the midsection and held on to. So Blues will have an offensive zone face-off to the left of the Omaha goaltender. Spatansky, Wessel, and Blanchard step on the ice with Brooks and Smith as the defensive pair. Face-off one. Brooks shot, deflects just wide off of an Omaha player. They try to slap it around behind their own net and whiff on it. Blanchard gets headlocked to the ice, and here come the Blues. Shot by Spatansky is held on to and gloved. And Blues go back to the power play as they lassoed another Blues player to the ice. And that's some more hometown cooking for the Blues here. We're going to turn up the power play music really loud while their coach is complaining about this. So we'll make sure it's really, really loud in here. And, hey, that got it to be a short talk. But Omaha's coach clearly not happy with that one. Dansky lines up to take to the draw. He's got Blanchard and Wessel with him. Brooks and Smith, the defensive pair, face off one by the Blues, back to Smith, over to Brooks. Brooks shot, that gets through, pad save, rebounds loose. Blanchard can't get a stick on it, and it's behind the net. Blanchard battles for it, and Wessel comes in and grabs it. He skates it to the corner, out to Brooks. Brooks drops it back for Wessel. Wessel skates it to the dot. He reverses, top the circle, goes down low for Blanchard. Blanchard brings it back to Wessel. Wessel goes top of the point for Brooks. Brooks has it bobble a little bit. He hits Malachi Smith, back to Brooks. Over to Wessel on the side of the cage. Far side for Smith, shoots on net, good save, loose puck. And a very quick whistle as that puck was right there in front. And Blues had a golden opportunity there, but the ref didn't see it. Really quick whistle there. Blues send out a fresh unit. Bugner, Schneider, Harris up front with Peterson and Rubis as the defensive pair. It's Harris, Schneider, Bugner up front, Rubis, and Peterson the defense. Face-off is pushed to the corner. Omaha comes away with it. They go far side. Rubis pinches in. He gets hit, knocks it to Bugner. Bugner skates a circle. He tries to get to Schneider. It bounces. Bugner grabs it, goes behind the net, far side. Rubis holds at the point. He goes down low for Harris. Harris has a bounce on him. Gets it to Bugner. Bugner puts it into the far corner. Schneider gives chase. Peterson holds at the point as they try flipping it out, and he takes it in deep. Peterson gets battled. Bugner helps. He just chips it around his man. He goes behind the net for Schneider. Schneider hits Harris. Harris back out to Rubis. Rubis back to Harris. Harris behind the net for Schneider, hits a stick. Schneider gets it right back to Harris. And here comes Harris on the sideboards. He hits Schneider. Schneider takes it behind the net. He goes out to Peterson. Peterson, and that's going to do it. Peterson gets absolutely dumped by the player out of the box. Schneider hits his man, and they're going to put it in deep, and that goes all the way down. What should have been icing. Again, no call. I love the hometown reffing we're getting here. Bugner gets it from Rubis. Rubis brings in. Schneider holds up far side. Bugner takes it in, goes all the way around behind the net. Nobody there for the Blues. Schneider intercepts the pass, drops it for Rubis. Rubis shots, hits a stick. That goes far side, and Blues start the line change process. Brooks gloves it down, holds it there. He battles two men. He gets hit from behind, knocked to the ice. Bugner grabs it, sends it back to Harris. Harris goes far side for Rubis. Rubis hits his partner Brooks. Brooks is going to skate it across the red line, brings it in. He's going to put it in deep, and the Blues can finish their change. Brandon Bauer on. He didn't have anybody on the near side here. His pass is off the mark. Picked off by Crowley. Crowley sends it back to Miniman. Miniman far side for Bowers. Bowers turns and backhands it into the zone. Brandon Bauer gets chase. They go D to D. They're going to go up the boards, picked off by Miniman. He holds it on the sideboards, waiting for the Blues to exit the zone, and they come away with it, go far side. Big hit by Brooks, knocks it off their stick. They're going to put it in deep, and they're going to call a penalty on somebody. I think it's Miniman goes to the box. So behind the play, Miniman's going to go to the box. They give him a cross-check. So Blues to the penalty kill with 7:47 left here in the third period. Blues send out Wessel and Spatansky up front. Malachi Smith and Rubis, the defensive pair. Omaha controls on the faceoff. They reverse in the Blues corner. They take it behind the Blues net. Malachi Smith pushes him to the outside, hits him. It comes up the far side. Good body play by Wessel to hold it there. Omaha comes away with it as they had numbers. Knocks it off of his stick. Spatanski's going to throw it right down the middle, not going to go far enough. Wessel gets interfered with, no call, as he gets pulled to the ice. And Omaha comes back through the neutral zone 3-on-3. They take it to the outside. Offsides by 2 steps, no call. They stop in the corner. They reverse behind the Blues net. They bring it up the sideboards. Nobody's there. Spatanski picks it off, and it is a one-on-one back into the zone as Spatanski tries to get it to Wessel, who was creeping in. Wessel just puts it in deep, and Spatanski's now going to hold it down there with 2 players, burn some of this penalty kill time. Omaha comes away with it. They're going to skate it out of their own zone. Could have lead man the puck, finally do so. Unfortunately, it's too late. Big hit by Rubis, knocks his man off the puck. They do get it to the point, and good stick by Smith breaks that up. And heads up, here comes Omaha. They try to put it in. That goes over the net. They try to get to the slot. Couldn't get it there. Deflects, goes high. Shot, pad save, put to the corner by Stutzer. Rubis grabs it. He goes far around the boards the other way, not far enough to get out. As they hold it, they put it back in deep. Smith now chases. And Blues back at full strength as they've got to get these guys off the ice. They've been out there a while. Boyer picks off a pass, and he's on a breakaway going for his 4th, and he goes just high. Puck is in front, loose on the far side. Again, a bad whistle by this referee as the puck was loose right in front. I love the hometown cooking here we're getting from these officials. They're doing a spectacular job of throwing this game in favor of the Blues. Beautiful display of hometown reffing. Blues make a line change. They send out Zilm, Crowley, and Zilm, Crowley, and Giorgio up front. Peterson and Brooks will be the defensive pair. 6:01 left here in the third. Blues lead 5-3. Face-off is a tie-up. Blues grab it. They send it out to Peterson. Peterson shot, hits Crowley. Skate goes to the far corner. He gets chased. They collide in the sideboards. The puck is held there. Good stick by Zilm breaks up Omaha's clearing attempt. Another good stick by Crowley breaks up their next attempt. Giorgio comes away with it. He goes to Brooks. Brooks shot. That goes just wide. Comes out far side. They wrap it around the other way. Giorgio's going to be first man of that puck. He puts it back deep for Crowley. Crowley, he pushes it forward to the corner. Zilm gets it, goes to Peterson. Shot on, blocker save. That goes to the corner. And Omaha comes away with it. They go around the other way. Brooks pinches in, hits his man, and Omaha comes away with it, and then they ice the puck. So with 5:13 left, Blues will have an offensive zone face-off to the left of Omaha's goaltender. They send out the Fugner, Harris, and Schneider line with Miniman and Rubis as the defensive pair. Fugner lines up for this draw. It's one back to Miniman. His shot goes far corner. Harris gets in on the forecheck, lifts the stick. Puck goes into the corner. Schneider helps him out. He pushes it behind the net. Fugner grabs it. Fugner circles, and they're going to call penalties on both Harris and number 74, as Harris was laying on the ice, and he gets a penalty for that. So Harris and 74 for Omaha to the box for roughing both. So we will continue with some 5-on-5 hockey. Boyer is sent out to play with Schneider and Fugner. By rule, this faceoff should come out to the neutral zone. I highly doubt the refs will get that right, and they don't. So offensive zone faceoff to the left of the Omaha goalie is in the incorrect place. And they win the draw. Schneider pushes into the corner. He has Fugner helping him out, and Schneider comes away with it. It gets knocked off his stick at the last minute. Schneider battles his man, hits him. Omaha comes away with it. Good stuff up by Boyer, breaks up their exit. They're going to flip it forward, and it's going to go all the way down in what should be an icing. They call it off for some reason. Rubis shakes a man off. He goes to Boyer. Boyer goes far side for Miniman. Miniman's going to skate it through the neutral zone. He brings it in, and he pulls up and dumps it in deep. Blues get on the forecheck. Schneider hits his man, causes the puck to go in front, and that puck is covered by the goalie as Omaha takes offense and throws some punches, as they did not like the Blues being in front of their goaltender. Refs talking about what to call there. Couple of punches tossed. Think they're going to let it go, maybe. I don't know. Now they're talking to an Omaha player. So we'll have another offensive zone face-off, this time to the left of the Omaha goaltender, I believe. Blues send out a fresh unit after that scrum. They have Crowley, Bowers up front. Peterson and Smith will be the defensive unit. Crowley lines up to take the draw. No penalties on that play. Face-off is won by the Blues. Bauer gives it to Smith. Smith back to Bauer. Back to Smith. Long shot deflects by the stick of Bauer. Goes just wide. Bowers picks it up. He tries to go to the front of the net. His pass is picked off. And here comes Omaha through the neutral zone. Good stick by Crowley. Breaks that up. Bauer takes the hit, but he's able to get it in deep. Bowers hits his man into the wall. He kicks the puck to Crowley. Crowley hits his man. And finally, Omaha is able to get it to the neutral zone as they come back through 2-on-2. They send it to the outside. Brooks hits his man. He gets dumped on, and Peterson's helmet comes loose as he had a player fall on his head. Blues send out a fresh unit. Wessel, Spatansky, Blanchard up front. Miniman and Brooks will be the defensive pair. Spatansky lines up to take this defensive zone faceoff. It is won by Omaha. Shot is fanned on. They get the puck back. They backhand it towards the net, and that will be easily gloved by Stutzer and held on to. We're going to do it again from the same spot. Spatansky lines up. Omaha wins it. Quick shot. That goes over Stutzer's head and hits the glass. Omaha grabs it on the sideboards on the far side. They are battling Miniman and Blanchard. They get the puck. They send it towards the net. Shin pad blocked by Brooks. It's picked up by Wessel. Wessel hits it off the glass, and Blanchard is going to get there, and they're going to call an icing, as it's a good thing the Omaha announcer put his arm up, because I don't think the referees knew it. It's a good thing he was there to help. No change in personnel for the Blues. Spatansky wins that draw. Omaha takes it away. They get it right to the net, and Stutzer is going to put his glove out and hold on to it. Blues are going to change their forward unit now after that quick face-off and shot. They send out Giorgio, Zilm, Boyer up front. Giorgio lines up to take this defensive zone face-off to the left of Stutzer. It is won by Omaha back. They go to the point. Shot blocked by Zilm, goes far side. Boyer picks it up. He brings it through the neutral zone. He crosses the red line. He puts it in deep. And they're going to send it far side. They tip it forward. Miniman holds it in. He puts it back. Omaha picks that off. And then good stick by Boyer breaks that up, and Zilm throws it right back on net. Almost rolled through the goalie's legs, as I don't think he saw the puck was rolling as he tried to use a stick on it. Here comes Omaha back through the neutral zone. They're going to bring it into the blue zone. They take a deep drop pass at the bottom of the circle. Good stick by Brooks, breaks that thread up. Comes all the way out to the sideboards. Omaha has it. It's knocked off their stick. Goes back behind the net. Miniman there, Giorgio there, and they're going to hold it in the bottom of the blue zone, and Omaha is elected to pull their goalie with 2:25 left. Miniman pushes it forward. He's getting held. No call. Picked off by Boyer. Boyer sends it all the way down just wide of the empty net. And that is an icing against the Blues, as they had been out for quite a while there, and they needed a change, so Boyer took the chance, threw it at the empty net with 2:14 left here in the third period. Blues send out Fugner, Harris, Schneider up front with Smith and Rubis, the defensive pair. The Omaha goalie will stay on the bench, so 6 players on the ice for Omaha. Face-off is one out to the point. Schneider heavy on pressure, causes a turnover. Fugner grabs it, he sends it down. I think that's going to go just far enough for icing, and it does. Omaha felt that there was a trip somewhere on that play when there wasn't. But after that icing, we're going to do it again from Stutzer's right. Fugner lines up to take the draw. He wins it. It goes to Rubis. Rubis, he's just going to send it back out. That is going to go all the way down, and that will be another icing. So we will do it again from Stutzer's right again. That's 3 in a row, and we've burned all of 8 seconds of time. Fugner lines up to take it again. And he wins it again. He's going to take it behind the net, goes out to Harris. Harris tips it forward for Schneider. Schneider in on the forecheck, and here comes Omaha. Their pass is tipped by Harris. Harris gets it to Schneider. Schneider to Fugner. Schneider breaks up the next exit attempt. He goes down. He holds it there. His stick gets thrown, and he picks it back up. So Blues keep them in their own zone here with minute 30 left. Pass picked off by Harris. Tipped forward for Fugner. He has it bounce off his stick, and Omaha turns, and they're going to put it in deep. Rubis sends it hard around the boards the opposite side. Schneider is able to tip it out to the neutral zone, and they throw it back in offsides. So with a minute 12 left here in the game, or in the third period, Blues lead 5-3. Intentional offsides has been called against Omaha, so we will have a neutral zone faceoff right next to their bench. They put their goalie back in. Blanchard, Spatansky, and Wessel up front. And faceoff won by the Blues. Wessel controls. He turns and throws it back in deep. Omaha picks it up behind their own net. They flip it far side, picked off by Peterson. Peterson to Wessel. Wessel chips it around a defender, picks up the loose puck, gets it to Spatansky. Spatansky one-timer is off of the goalie's chest protector and sent back out. And here comes Omaha 2-on-2 back into the blue zone with 47 seconds left. Drop pass, shot, hits the skate of Peterson, goes into the corner. Blanchard comes away with it. He's going to hold it on the sideboards, try to burn up some time. And he's got Peterson helping him hold it there. 5 of the 6 players from Omaha were in that scrum. Peterson comes away with it. He's going to hold it again now in the boards with 24 seconds. Blanchard gets it. He tips it forward. He's trying to clear it, and he's able to get it out of the zone, and Omaha is going to have to pick it up in their own zone. Pass is picked off by Wessel's skate. Omaha clears it back forward. Spatansky grabs it, and it's going to be offsides against the Blues. So we'll have a center ice face-off with 8.1 seconds left. Omaha's goaltender returns to the crease. And Spatansky lines up to take what we hope is the last face-off of this win. He gets it back to Brooks. Brooks goes to Peterson. Peterson's going to hold it. He sends it behind, and that's going to do it. Your Blues win 5-3 over Omaha. And we will be back tomorrow morning against Windy City for game 2 of that 2-game set. Blues go into tomorrow 2-1 with 2 wins over Omaha and 1 loss against Windy City. So until tomorrow morning, we'll see ya.